All right, we'll go ahead and get started. Good morning, everyone. Happy Thursday. Welcome to another week of Total Body Strength. My name is Jazzy, Health Fitness Specialist with Exos at Autodesk. We're going to go ahead and get started with the circuit. So I'll go ahead and demonstrate everything we're going to be doing, and then we'll get right into it with a nice warm up, and then we'll go ahead and do the workout and cool down. So all you need is a set of dumbbells. If you would like to grab like a heavier set and a lighter set, that'll be good. We're doing some slower movements today, so you could probably grab a little bit of a heavier weight than you normally do. So we're going to be doing a circuit, and we're going to be doing 45 seconds of work and then 15 seconds of rest. So that's going to be what we're doing today. And we're going to start off with our dumbbell, and we're going to do some really slow squats here. So we're going to have our dumbbell in that goblet squat. We're going to hold it at our chest, feet shoulder width apart. And what we're going to do is we're going to do 3 seconds on the way down. So we're going to count 1, 2, 3. Hold for 1 second at the bottom, and then squeeze 1, 2, 3. Coming up. So 3 seconds down, 1 second hold, and then 3 seconds up. So we're not going to be doing very many of those since we have 45 seconds, and it's about 7 seconds per squat. And then after that, we're going to grab our other dumbbells, the other dumbbell here, and we're going to do hammer curls and bicep curls. So with hammer curl, the palms are going to face each other, and then bicep curl, palms are up. So we're going to alternate between the two of those. And then the next thing we're going to do are 3-second eccentric RDL. So feet shoulder width apart, slight bend in the knees, keeping the weights right at our thighs. And we're going to push those hips back, tuck the pelvis, keep the core tight. 1, 2, 3, all the way to the ground, and then squeeze and come back up. So this one, we're just going nice and slow down, and then we're explosive up on the way. And then after that, we're going to get down on the ground, and we're going to do some chest flies here, but we're going to hold that glute bridge. So feet shoulder width apart, squeeze the glutes, lift those hips up. Arms are going to start out to our sides. We're going to squeeze our chest together, raise those dumbbells overhead, and back down. So we're squeezing, coming up, and back down. Well, we can kind of pretend like we're hugging someone or hugging a tree when we're doing those. So that's going to activate that chest. So we're starting down and then coming up. And then after that, we're going to go ahead. Oh, we're staying on the ground. We're not getting up yet. So we got the glute bridge with the fly. And then we're going to do a little bit of core work here. We're going to do some toe touches. So feet in the air, 1, 2, or no dumbbells here. Exhaling, touching the weights towards our toes and back down. So we're going to do that. And then lastly, we're going to get up. We're going to be standing up. And we're going to do some front and side raises. So it's going to give us some good shoulder work here. So dumbbells at our sides. We're going to squeeze, come up to the front, and then out to the side. So alternating between those two for 45 seconds. So that is the full circuit today. We are doing 45 seconds of work, 15 seconds of rest. And then we're going to go ahead and get started with our warm up. So we can make our way on to the ground here. And we're going to do some quadruped rocking to get our hips nice and warmed up. So knees a little bit wider than shoulder width, hands under our shoulders. We're going to take a deep breath, keep our core tight, bring our glutes to our heels, squeeze, and come back up. So we're just going to flow through this a couple times here. Great job, everyone. Let's go ahead and do 2 more here. And last one. Awesome. So we can now, what we're going to do is we're going to tuck our toes. We're going to push ourselves up into a nice plank position. So shoulder blades are tucked. And we're going to exhale, come up into that pike position. We can pedal our heels, get a nice little calf stretch going. Push the chest towards the ground, open up the back. And then we're going to go back to plank. We're going to do that a couple more times here. So pedaling, stretching out those shoulders here. Getting our core warmed up. Let's go ahead and do 1 more of those. So plank into that pike. Back to plank. And then we can go ahead and Go to your hands and your knees or return to standing. And we're going to get started here. So 45 seconds of work, 15 seconds of rest. The first exercise, we only need 1 dumbbell, but everything else we're going to be using 2 for. And that first one is going to be slow squats. We're going to go down for 3 seconds, hold for 1 second, up for 3. Okay, so we're getting the timer started here in 3, 2, 1, and go. So we're holding the dumbbell at our chest here, just like a goblet squat, feet shoulder width apart, lowering ourselves 1, 2, 3, all the way down, hold for 1, 2, 3 on the way up. So we're going nice and slow through this. Pausing at the bottom for 1 second, and then we're squeezing the glutes, standing back up, staying nice and slow through this movement. So we're not going to be doing very many of these just because we are taking a longer time. So if you'd like to grab a heavier set of dumbbells, if you have it, or you can hold both of your dumbbells if that's going to make it a little bit harder for you. 3, 2, 1. All right, we're resting. Up next, we're going to grab that other dumbbell. We're doing hammer curls and bicep curls. So palms together and then palms up. 3, 2, 1. So palms together for that hammer curl and then palms up for the bicep curl. Betsy, I'm glad you can join us right in time for all these bicep things I added in here for you. And so we're alternating between the two. So the hammer curl and then the bicep curl, we want to make sure we're keeping that core tight and our back flat. So that way we are not arching our back, not putting pressure on that low back, but we also don't want to rock back and forth. So we're not using momentum, just using our biceps to move the weight. Great job. Don't forget to breathe, everyone. Start to feel the burn. 3, 2, 1. All right, we are resting. Up next, we're doing RDLs, but these ones are going to be nice and slow on the way down, explosive through the way up. So we'll take 3 seconds to get to the bottom part of the RDL and then squeeze and explode. 3, 2, 1. So knees are slightly bent over the arch of the foot. 1, 2, 3, and then squeeze and come back up. So we're nice and slow until we really start to feel that stretch in the hamstrings, making sure our shoulder blades are pulled nice and tight. Our hips are going back. So keeping the weight along our legs, pushing those hips back, tucking the chin so that way our spine from our head all the way to our butt is in one flat line. Great job, y'all. We're almost there. Keep pushing. 3, 2, 1. Awesome. So we're going to go ahead and get on the ground for a glute bridge hold with the chest fly. So we're going to start with the weight a little bit below the shoulders, squeezing and coming up together. 3, 2, 1. So we're here, out to the side, squeezing the chest. If you're too focused on one part, you do not have to hold this glute bridge. The main portion we really want to be focusing on is the chest squeeze. So we're down towards the side, squeeze the chest and back up. So we're here and then we're scooping up above head. So that's the action that our chest needs to take in the pathway. That's how we activate our chest here. Great job. Keep pushing, squeezing the chest like you're hugging someone. 3, 2, 1. All right, we're staying on the ground. We're going to bring our feet up for toe touches. You can have 0, 1, or 2 dumbbells with you, whatever you prefer. 3, 2, 1. Feet in the air, exhaling as we bring the dumbbells towards our toes. Great job, everyone. We exhale, we crush that apple with our core, keeping that low back on the ground, just like with all of our other core exercises that we do. We don't have to go fast here. We can go as fast or slow as we want. Great job. Almost there. 3, 2, 1. All right, we are standing back up. Last portion of the circuit is going to be front and side raises. So we're going to bring those dumbbells to the front and then to the side, getting a lot of chest and shoulder work here. 3, 2, 1. Squeezing up to front and then to the side. So when we are coming to the side, the dumbbells are staying outside of our hips. Pinkies are up, so palms are facing away from us. That's going to really engage the medial part of our delts, which is what we really want to engage with those side raises here. Got to get our shoulders nice and capped for tank top season. I know it's going to be a warm one out there today. Again, it's wonderful. You guys know. Those of you that know me really well know I love the heat and I'm always cold. This is my favorite time of the year when it starts to warm up like this. Great job. 3, 2, 1. All right. We're going to start at the top then with our 3 seconds down squat. So 3 seconds down, 1 second at the bottom, hold, and then 3 seconds up. 3, 2, 1. So feet are shoulder width apart, knees tracking past the second toe. So the inside part of the knee is going to be directly over that second toe. So our knees can come out a little bit. I'll show you from this angle. So my knees are slightly out as we go nice and slow, all the way down, pausing, all the way back up. Really squeezing the glutes here, keeping our core tight. Moving slowly like this is just going to help us engage a little bit more muscle fibers, get a little bit stronger, build a little bit more muscle here. 3, 2, 1. All right, up next, hammer curl and bicep curl. Hammer curl, palms together, bicep curl, palms up. 3, 2, 1. So palms face each other, palms face the ceiling. I want to make sure our grip on the dumbbell isn't too tight. We don't want to drop our dumbbells, of course, but we also don't want to be, having a white knuckle grip because that's going to activate our forearms a little bit more than the biceps here. And the goal is to just use our biceps and not any other muscles today, which is why too, we want to make sure we're not swinging. We don't have momentum. We're not using our shoulders here, just our biceps. Great job, everyone. 3, 2, 1. All right, up next, 3-second eccentric RDL. So we're going to take 3 seconds to get to the bottom, feel that stretch in the hamstrings, squeeze the glutes, and then come back up. 3, 2, 1. So slight bend in the knee, coming forward, squeeze the glutes, all the way back up. So 1, 2, 3, squeeze, making sure our knees are slightly bent, staying over the arch of our foot. Exploding up. Really pushing those hips back as far as we can to make sure we're not feeling that in our low back, but our core is tight, our core is engaged. 3, 2, 1. All right. And then we're going to go ahead and get on the ground for our chest flies. And again, you can either hold the glute bridge, but if that's too much for you, it's too many muscle groups for you to be working out, you can just 3, 2, 1. You don't have to hold that glute bridge if it is not comfortable for you today. I know I was trying to hold it, but then I wasn't really using my chest. So we don't have to hold that glute bridge, but we're just going to bring those arms down to the ground, squeeze through the chest and up. So if you see, my hands are starting low and I'm ending above my head. And that is because that is the motion we need to be moving in order for our chest to be activated here. direction our chest muscle takes. It's bringing our arms away from the body up to the midline here. 3, 2, 1. All right, staying on the ground for one more thing. We got our toe touches next. And then we're going to do the front and side raises. 3, 2, 1. Arms in the air, 1, 2, or 0 dumbbells. I do recommend, though, that if you normally do 0 dumbbells, add 1 today. And if you normally do 1, add 2 today. We are trying to get better every time we do certain movements. Either we do more reps than last time, we add some more weight, or maybe we just get better engagement so we feel the workout a little bit differently. That's how we improve week to week. So that's what we're aiming to do here. Great job. 3, 2, 1. All right. Up next, front and side raises. And then we'll get started with one more round here. So we do this 3 times. So we got one more round. 3, 2, 1. Front and then out to the side. We're keeping constant tension. Try not to stop at the bottom or too long at the top. We're not using momentum. Don't want to be swinging the weights up and down. If we feel ourselves starting to swing the weights, means that we need to drop it down a little bit. Make sure we're not forgetting to breathe here. Great job. Keep pushing. I know the burn, at least I feel it. My arms are sore though from the other day. 3, 2, 1. All right. Starting at the top, 3-second eccentric squats. So 3, 1, 3. Last round of this. 3, 2, 1. So we're on 1, 2, 3. Hold. 1, 2, 3. So nice and slow here. Like I said before, we're not going to do that many because we are moving super slow today. So if you need to challenge yourself a little more, go ahead and grab your second dumbbell if you would like. Really squeezing those glutes the whole way up. So we're feeling all of our muscle fibers working here today as we stand on up. Great job. 3, 2, 1. All right, we're resting. Up next, we got hammer curls and bicep curls. 3, 2, 1. Come on. Palms face each other, palms up, alternating between the two here. Great job, everyone. Don't forget to breathe. Nice, slow and controlled. We're not swinging the weights. We are using our biceps and our biceps only. Great job, everyone. 3, 2, 1. All right, up next are the 3-second eccentric RDLs. Feet shoulder width apart. Slight bend in the knee. 3, 2, 1. So hips are going back, nice and slow. We're exploding up. So we're taking a few seconds to go down, squeezing and coming right back up. Great job, everyone. Feeling that in the hamstrings and in the glutes. Should not be feeling it in our low back. We also want to make sure our shoulder blades are pulled down and back. We don't want any roundness throughout the back at all. 3, 2, 1. All right. Getting on the ground for our chest flies. Coming down and up in a scooping motion, squeezing the chest. 3, 2, 1. So down. Does help if you exhale as you contract your muscle, as with really any movement we do. Great job, y'all. Really use the chest muscles here. Again, those strong arms. Even though I know it's total body strength, but it's really a lot of arm strength today. I guess we did do some leg stuff. But 3, 2, 1. All right, up next, toe touches. Toes towards the ceiling. Exhaling, bringing the weight up. 3, 2, 1. Exhaling, bringing the dumbbells as close as we can to the legs. Keeping our legs as straight as we can. We pretend we've got an apple sitting on our stomach. We're going to crush that apple today. Great job. We're almost there. And then we got our front and side raises. And then we'll go ahead and cool down. 3, 2, 1. All right. Standing up for our last movement here, front and side raises. And then we'll go ahead and get back on the ground for our cool down. 3, 2, 1. Dumbbells to the front and then to the side, squeezing those shoulders. We also want to make sure our core is nice and tight as we are keeping everything stable throughout our legs, throughout our core. We're not rocking back and forth. We have minimum momentum, aka none. Keeping those pinkies up. Dumbbells slightly out in front of you as we go to the side. Almost there. Great job. 3, 2, 1. We are done with today's circuit. Go ahead and get a sip of water if you need it, which I do recommend because it's always good to stay hydrated during these classes and during the day. So what we're going to do is we're going to make our way onto the ground on our hands and our knees. I'm sure you guys know what's coming. We're going to do the quadruped rock with that adductor stretch and with the reach through. So my right leg, I'm going to start out straight to the side like a kickstand on my hands and my knees. Heel big toe, little toe on the ground. I'm going to rock back glute to heel, keeping that pinky toe on the ground. Right arm is going to reach through the left arm and the left leg. And then we plant and return to center. So I'm going to do this about 5 times on each side. So we're rocking back, exhaling, reaching through, and then returning to center. Make sure we exhale as we rotate, reaching a little bit farther each time. And one more on this side. Great job, everyone. We'll go ahead and return that foot under us. And we're going to do the same thing now on the other side. So left leg straight out to side like a kickstand. We're rocking back, glute to heel, exhaling, reaching through as far as we can. Getting a little bit of thoracic rotation here, opening up our spine. opening up our hips. Make sure we follow our hand with our eyes as it rotates. And last one on this side. Awesome. All right, last part of our cool down, we're going to go ahead and do some bretzel stretch today. Okay, so laying on one side, I'm going to start on my left side here. My top leg, so my right leg is going to come across my body here. Make sure you guys can see this. And then bottom hand goes on top of that knee. Top hand is going to grab the foot or ankle of the bottom leg here. We're going to inhale to prepare. We're going to exhale, opening up towards the ground. So the goal is to get both our shoulders on the ground while that knee is still on the ground. So that's what that bottom hand is holding that for. We're going to take 3 big deep breaths here, then switch to the other side. Really relax into the stretch. Release all the tension from all your muscles. And on the next exhale, we can go ahead and release out of this stretch. So gently releasing that bottom leg. And then we're going to go ahead and flip over onto the other side. So now I'm going to be on the right side here. So same thing goes. Front leg, or sorry, top leg comes up and over and across our body. Bottom hand on top of that knee. Top hand is going to grab the foot or ankle. And we're inhale to prepare, exhale, bringing that shoulder onto the ground. Releasing any and all tension we feel all throughout the body. We don't want to be tense at all. Sink further into the ground with each exhale. Go ahead and do one more big inhale. And on the exhale, we can go ahead and gently release out of the stretch. And you can roll over onto your stomach and to your hands and your knees, and you can stay in seated, kneeling, or standing, however you would like to end this class. So that's going to be all we have time for. So thank you all for joining me this morning. I hope you all feel nice and, like you got some movement in. It's always good to start the day off with some movement, especially as the sun is coming up. Don't forget, we do have 2 stretch breaks today, 11 and 2:30, and exercise with exos at 12:30. So I hope you all have a great day, and I hope to see you all there. And I'll talk to you all soon. Thank you for coming.